What's up, guys? It's Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is 8:30 p.m. December 18th, 2022 year of our Lord. And just want to hop on here and holler at y'all, man. I ain't got no footage or anything like that. Of course, you know that. I never had no footage. I'm just too sorry, I guess you could say, to set the camera up. But I want to let y'all know I got a 2023 equipment set up video coming your way here pretty soon. And I did buy a new piece of equipment Thursday, I think it was. Yeah, Thursday. I bought a Echo PB9010T backpack blower because I have a monster leaf cleanup coming up on January the 2nd. And when I say monster, I mean monster. This is about 3 or 4 acres, and it is slap full of leaves and pine straw. And of course, you know, we have the Stihl BR700, but that's the only blower we have. And I got the grass catcher, but I just figured, you know, I'm gonna make enough money on this property to go ahead and pull the trigger and buy a big blower. But anyway, just wanted to get on here and just holler at y'all for a minute, man. And you know, just wanted to let you know, man, don't if you ever get in a situation where you feel like you've just got too much to do, you know, don't sell yourself short, man. Don't give up. I've been, you know, it started Thursday night. I was stressed out pretty big. I had you know, I had 85 bales of pine straw to spread this weekend, and I had my wife helping me. And the most we've ever done together is about 20 bales. And you know, this is my first year of business. Haven't been doing it that long. Don't have a ton of experience, especially with installs. And we've only done a handful of pine straw jobs. We mainly just focus on maintenance. But we know what we're doing. We know how to do it. We know how to quote things. We know how to prepare for things. But you know, we had 2 pine straw jobs that equaled up to 85 bales. And I also had a big leaf cleanup job at a year-round customer that I had. And I just got overly stressed. And I almost worked myself into having an anxiety attack Thursday evening and on into Friday. And I couldn't do anything Friday because my boy had he had a little Christmas event at his school I wanted to be at. But and I don't like working on Sundays. So I was just stressed out. I would have worked on Sunday if I'd had to, or today, but I don't like to. I like to get my day of rest in. But I didn't think I was going to be able to get all this done yesterday. And even with my wife's help, I still just didn't think I was going to be able to, you know. And my wife, she's a very hard worker. I'm blessed to have her. But at the same time, you can only do so much. And I really didn't think we could do it. But we just kept pushing, you know. Woke up yesterday morning, had our coffee, sat around the table, drinking our coffee, and chit-chat for a few minutes. Threw our big boy and big girl pants on, loaded up the trailer, and went to work. And of course, you know, I already had all the pine straw, and I didn't have to load up the mowers or anything like that. The only thing I needed was blowers, pine straw, backpack sprayer, things of that nature. And down the road we went. Well, we did the first job, which I think it wound up being 28 bales. And I was actually highly surprised on that one. And we had already sprayed everything about a month ago, actually. We had sprayed everything to kill it off. And then we installed the pine straw, and we did it within about an hour. And to me, that was kind of fast. I've never done 28 bales that fast. And some of you probably have, and some of you may think 28 bales an hour is slow. And that's fine. You know, I'm a new lawn care guy. But on to the next house. We did that leaf cleanup. And every time I use the phrase leaf or debris cleanup, I have nightmares because I go back to my very first job in lawn care. It took me 8 hours. My wife and I, the only thing we had was an Echo PB580T backpack blower, which is a residential backpack blower. It's a very small one. It's not a lot of power. It's great if you're a homeowner, but if you're doing this commercially, it's not ideal at all. But we had that, had a 12 by 20 tarp, and a 10-foot trailer. And we had to blow all this stuff into piles, use rakes to rake all this stuff onto the tarp, because we kept blowing it over the tarp when we would try to blow it on there. And we would have to haul this stuff about 10 or 15 miles to dump it and then come back, get another load. We actually had to do that twice that day. And it took us about 8 hours, and I sorely undercharged for it. But I gained a year-round customer out of it, but I severely undercharged for that job. And I think I only charged for like 2.5 hours worth of work, not knowing what I was doing, you know. And so went over there. I was apprehensive. I didn't know what to think. I didn't even know what the yard looked like because it had been 2 weeks since I've been there. I service this property every 2 weeks, and we done somewhat of a little sprucing up. The last time we was there, the leaves hadn't really fell. And as we were leaving, the rain started and the wind picked up, and trees were just dumping leaves as we were leaving. And I told the homeowner, I said, I don't have time. I've got other properties I've got to service today, and I've already spent about an hour and a half, 2 hours here. I said, I've done all I'm gonna do here today. And he was fine with it. He understood. Well, got out there the very next day, and every last tree on his property is about 3, maybe 4 acres. It's probably about 2 acres that we service. And man, he lives in the middle of the woods, surrounded by hardwoods and pines, you know, a mixture of different types of trees. And every one of those hardwoods had just turned loose of every leaf they had on them. And so luckily we had that 9010 blower, and we had that BR700, which ain't no slouch. That BR700, guys, don't let nobody fool you. That is not a baby blower. It's a good blower, a really good blower. It's just not a BR800 or an Echo 8010 or an Echo 9010. But it is a very good and a very powerful blower. But my wife and I, you know, we tore out through there. I jumped on the backyard and knocked it out fairly quick within about 30 minutes. And she had already started on one side of the property and pretty much had it done by the time I got done in the backyard. And the heavy side of the property, we tag teamed it. And when I say leaves, man, I mean it was a ton of them. Leaves, pine straw, pine cones, sticks, you name it. So we tag teamed it, man. She'd get on one side of it and I'd get on the other, and we just blow and blow and blow. And I'm gonna tell you, that 9010 blower is a beast. And 1110 CFMs, I think is what it is, and it's a little under 200 miles per hour velocity, which, you know, I tell people all the time, when you're looking for leaves, something to blow leaves with, you're not looking for velocity. You're looking for CFMs. You're looking for that, for how much volume of air is coming out of that tube at the very end. And velocity, all that does, in my opinion, is good for getting those leaves or grass clippings that's stuck to the concrete or stuck in between grass blades. It's good for getting that out of there and blowing it away. But your CFMs, that's what's going to pile that stuff up and actually move that pile. And if you don't have a lot of CFMs coming out of the end of that tube, you're in for a long day. I'm gonna tell you, man, that 9010 and that BR700 did not disappoint. It was about the same amount of leaves that the very first property I did in lawn care. It was about the same amount of leaves, you know, which took me 8 hours. My wife and I, we did it in about a little over 2 hours. And so we had probably 6 hours left to do however many, you know, 85 minus 28. I'm about tired, about sleep, so ain't really good at math right now. But you do the math, you know. We had that left to do pine straw. And what I did is I went through there and I weeded everything because I did not maintain their beds all year long. And that was not part of the contract. And I went through there, knocked down all the high stuff, went through there with a backpack sprayer, sprayed Roundup on everything. And then my wife came behind me and started throwing out pine straw, or at least placing bales everywhere, every so many feet, you know. And then we both tag teamed it, you know. We started on one side and went all the way around. And we finished it up. I want to say it was around 4:30 when we finished up with the last bit of tucking and rolling and cleaning up trash. And made some good money yesterday. And the whole time I didn't think it was possible for us to get it done. But just wanted to just give y'all that, man. That little bit of tidbit. You know, whenever you think that something's just too much or it's piling up on you, just remember, you know, God hadn't brought you this far to just leave you hanging. And he's gonna have you back as long as you trust in him. And that's what we did, man. We leaned on him and he got us through it. And you know, I went and done some quotes today. I've got some trees I'm gonna prune. I've got some brush I'm gonna clear. And January, you know, I'm pretty much done except for maybe 1 or 2 yards that I'm gonna hit right before Christmas, maybe the day, maybe this coming up Friday on the 23rd, you know. Got 1 or 2 yards I'm gonna hit and be done with completely for the year. And then I've got to make some phone calls the following week and fill some customers in and let them know that I am going to have a price increase, because I do have some properties that I underpriced this past year. And you know, that was the price we agreed to for that year. This following year, we're either going up on it or they can find somebody else to do it, man. But that's part of business, you know. You win some and you lose some. And but it's like my father-in-law always says, ain't no point in working if you ain't gonna make no money. So do what I gotta do. But I'm looking forward to 2023. I have a lot of plans, a lot of changes I want to make, and there's a lot of things on paper that I want to do differently. And I'm seriously considering the whole monthly payment thing with all of my customers and keeping a card on file. And that way I can make sure I have revenue rolling in 12 months out of the year. And pretty much considering changing the entire landscape of my business, my whole outline. But hopefully I will be able to make some big purchases this coming up season to open up some new doors for me. And I had quite a few doors opened up to me already in 2022. And I'm hoping 2023 will be just as good, if not better. But my goal this coming up season is to double what I already have, which I have 21 weekly or bi-weekly customers. I think I have 1 monthly customer. No, I have 2 monthly customers, but that one of those monthly customers has me come out 12 months a year. And what I make on that one service is what I would make in on 2 or for 1 bi-weekly customer. So I'm fine with it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to 2023. Like I said, I've got an equipment setup video coming towards y'all. A lot of the stuff is the same, a lot of stuff is different. And but I will catch y'all on the next one. And man, I hope y'all had a good season this year. I really do. I hope some of y'all that were thinking about going full time, I hope that y'all made that leap. I hope that y'all are able to make that leap. And the rest of you that are already full time, man, I hope y'all was profitable this year. I know a lot of people that do this are in my area, man. A lot of people did very well this year, and there's some out there that didn't do so well. But they're at fault for it, and they'll be the first ones to admit it. But man, look, I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas, and if I don't see y'all, I hope y'all have a Happy New Year. But be looking for that equipment setup video. And until then, keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. Holla at y'all. Bye.